All right. Here we are. Hello, everyone. Good
Hello.
evening.
Good evening.
Hope that you are finding your way into the space. Hello, ladies. We are back again for another invigorating talk.
Hi.
We hope that you will enjoy what we are going to bring to the table. So, um, let's just start with who we are, just to reacclimate everyone to us. So I am Larissa, and I'm gonna pass it on.
I am Sean. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
I am Crystal. I'm happy to
Hi,
be here
everyone.
Okay, so we are here, and we want to. Let me stop this music for a minute. Just bear with me, okay? All right, so we have been behind the scenes, just kind of on the grind, not just with daily life for one, and then two, just to put together this conversation that we think is important and also kind of carries over from the other talks. We hope that you have been able to listen to those. If not, please go to our YouTube channel, Sisters in Healing, and you will be able to access it there. Or you can go to our Facebook page at Sisters in Healing, as well as our IG account, and you will be able to find the replays in either of those spots. So if you go to our YouTube, we want you to like, subscribe, and then
Mhm.
hit that notification button so then you will always be notified when we are about to come on, so you will not miss. And so if you are not able to join us tonight, you watch the replay, we want you to put in the chat, what should we say, shift.
Yes.
All right. We want you to put shift. That way we know that
Mhm.
you were able to check us out and join in the conversation. If you are here with us live, we always want you to be a part of the conversation as well. And so, like this comment section up, we're paying attention and we want to include you as part of the discussion. So enough of me yapping, yapping. And so now I will pass it on to Sean so she can take us on to the next thing.
Good evening again, everyone, and thanks for joining us. To recap, the first discussion, we discussed strategies for staying prepared, from building a strong network to maintaining financial readiness. Rather than seeing job loss as a crisis, you'll learn how to view it as an opportunity for growth and reinvention. Our second discussion topics were: invest in yourself and reinvent, lean into your community or network, revise and update your resume. And tonight's topic of discussion would be: it's time to stop waiting and start moving. You're prepared, you've found your community, you've gotten yourself in position. Now it's about saying yes to the shift, even if it scares you.
Ooh, child. Say what now?
Yes,
Say,
indeed.
even if it scares you.
Yes.
Say what? Yeah, let's talk about it. What y'all think about that? This idea of saying yes to making a shift, and maybe making that shift into a place in where you don't even know where you're shifting to, where you're going, but to do it anyway,
All right.
to do it scared. I don't know what y'all
Good.
think.
Do it scared. That's one. I seem to be doing a lot of things scared a lot lately. I've been noticing that. But
Yes.
it's just, I think for me is, I kind of like just kind of ponder like, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, and it's all in my head. But once I started, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I did it. But
Mhm.
it's getting to, it's faith over fear for me. I need to
Mhm.
believe like, okay, it's something in this. I got to get something out of this. So I got to be bigger than my fear. So
Mhm. Mhm.
trying to get started.
All right. Exactly. It's like that extension of that,
Exactly.
uh, you know, extending grace to other people. It's time to kind of like extend some to yourself, right? You know, get that fear out of the way and just say, okay, it's time to reinvent. It's time for a do-over, like a makeover, right? You know, when you go through your makeup and it's like, that's not working for me anymore. So it's just like, a career. It's time to just try something different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like what Crystal and Sean was saying, you have to trust. You have to trust your faith, your belief, and yourself that you're going to succeed, whatever it is, whatever new journey you're on, whatever new situation you might find yourself in. You either trust that you're going to get out of it quickly, or you trust that you're going to be successful whilst in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I
Mm-hmm.
feel about it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for
Yeah.
y'all.
Mm.
How do you know when you're ready?
Mm. Are you ever
Mm,
ready? Are
Right.
you
you're not
ever
ever
really
ready.
ready?
I don't think so.
You
Yeah,
just have
like
to
I
jump and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that's it's a muscle that has to grow, right? Like
Right.
um this idea of I've gotten this far. So either whether it's skills, whether it's knowledge, whether it's just experience that's been had, like it's all not all for naught.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you've acquired some things along the way. And it's positioned you to do what you're doing and to be where you are. And so this idea of I've got this now, if I take this and then I use it elsewhere, um, I'll be able to figure it out, right? It kind of goes back to that trust, this idea of
Right.
trusting a thing that is not really crystal clear,
Mm-hmm.
but that I have
Mm-hmm.
enough of what I need to get going, and that what I
Mm-hmm.
don't have that I'll be able to get
Right.
on the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It
know.
and
That's
it'll all come to you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll meet the right people. You'll be in the right places. You'll find the right. It'll just all the resources. They'll just appear when you know
Mm-hmm.
what it is that you want. It may
Mm-hmm.
not look like your plan initially. You know, it may be something real odd, but it will all happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
yeah.
like going through a pattern of it's like having interrupted patterns, right? You find yourself keep going around in the same old circle, getting the same outcome until you get to a point where it's like, I got to do things a little different so I can have a different outcome. You got to be more aware of your self-awareness, step into that creative thinking part of you and just take that chance. Life is a process, right?
Hmm.
And we should always want to at least learn or do something different every day.
And it may not always feel comfortable. Like
Mm,
me, I know for myself, change, I'm like, oh, wait, I got to change. I'm not used to that. But with every time that I change, I know I'm growing. So I'm
yeah.
getting something out of it. So, and then once I get to that place of change, I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't that bad.
Mm,
Like,
mm-hmm,
and then, but
yeah.
sometimes it is uncomfortable. So sitting in
Right.
that discomfort,
Mm-hmm,
it helps you reflect and see, okay, this is what I need to be doing. I'm
mm-hmm,
here for a reason. What is my purpose here? So it gives
mm-hmm,
me time to kind of just readjust and reshift and refocus. But
mm-hmm.
sometimes sitting in that discomfort, ooh,
Yeah.
Mm.
it could be
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
a bit unsettling.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
necessary. Mm-hmm.
But absolutely necessary. This idea of intentional discomfort,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
if you are comfortable in what it is that you are doing on a daily basis, guess what's not happening? You are
You're not growing.
absolutely not growing.
Mm-hmm.
There can be no growth in comfortability. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
say it again.
Say it
Say it
one
to
more
the people
time.
in the back. There
Yes.
can be no growth in comfortability.
Yeah.
And like we're always running and rushing to get to that place of being comfortable. So
Right.
yes, it has its time and its place. However, if you want to expand
Mm-hmm.
and move forward and launch into something else, especially launching into what may be the unknown,
Mhm.
intentional. Be intentional about that discomfort.
Absolutely.
Prepare
Mhm.
yourself for being
Mhm.
comforted,
Mhm. Mhm.
if that's a word.
It is. It
That
is
is
now.
beautiful. We
Is
got
that a
it.
phrase?
Make it up as we go.
Right.
Yeah, make it up. You know what I meant.
I like it though.
So this idea of taking an aligned risk,
Rest.
right?
Mm.
So if I'm taking a risk, I got a 50-50 shot.
Right.
But if I don't take it, it's a full out, nothing's going to be different.
Right.
Nothing is going to change.
Right.
And so if we take this chance, jump out there when there's fear,
Mhm.
right? But
Mhm.
get in front of that fear. So fear is at your back, then pushing you forward into this place of being in discomfort
Mm-hmm.
gives opportunity for growth to occur,
Mhm.
right? Which then now it offers this other opportunity that can come of, well, let me back up. Does it offer an opportunity or does it give you the opportunity to check in with yourself and have you done some internal cleaning up?
Mhm. That's
Ah.
good. Yeah. Yeah. That
Right?
check-in. Yeah. 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 That check-in is just an assessment of, okay, this is what I've done. This is, where I am right now. So in order to either, go up further or, you know, slide to the left or the right, I'm going to have to do some growing, right? I'm going to have to step outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to have to take a chance, roll the dice and say, look, even if I fail, at least I tried, right? You don't
Yeah.
want to sit back and have regret. Regret is a lot harder to face for me than fear. So,
If you
just
haven't
take a
if
chance.
you haven't done your own internal work, can you do that though? I'm asking for the people in the
I,
back.
oh, I think
I think so.
I think so too. I think so.
Yeah,
I
I
think
feel like
yeah,
you can. So
I
so
think so.
that's a part of the growth, right?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
that's a part of because listen, guys, I am not the same person I was at 20.
Mm.
Imagine that.
Right.
And there was a lot of growth that went in there. And if I had not decided to do some of the things that I've done up
Mm-hmm.
until now, then I would still have the mindset of a 20-year-old. That's
Mm,
scary. We
It
don't want
is.
mm.
that. Not
Nope.
in my age.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think growth is important. I disagree though, just a little bit. I don't think you have to be uncomfortable with it. And this is why I say that. I think you can enjoy it. You can enjoy the journey, and we'll get to that shortly
Mm-hmm.
um, for the people in the back. But if you enjoy, just have gratitude along the way, and only see the good. Yes, there's bad there. Yes, there's uncomfortability there, or our new word. You know, you're going to have uncomfortable times, but mostly look at the gratitude, mostly feed yourself the gratitude about it. You know what, man, I'm doing all right. Somebody out here wish they had my life today. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it you start looking at it at a different angle,
Mm-hmm.
a different perspective. I
Like
think that's
that.
the best way to approach. So I don't like to be uncomfortable, but I know that I know you're right, Dr. Cresswell. It does take growth. That helps. But you know,
Yeah, I mean, I like your perspective on that, and
Mm.
that like you don't have to just sit in it and just be in it,
right,
right? That
right.
they're
I guess
they're
that's what I'm
they're
saying.
yeah, like you don't have to like
You don't have
what's
to
that?
stay in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to thug it out, right? Like you
Right.
don't have to thug it out just
Right.
because like this hurts. This
Yeah.
is not does not feel good, and so I just gotta not feel good. But
Mm-hmm.
the counter to the experience of it not feeling good would be to focus in on the things that you are grateful for. So it
Exactly.
lessens the intensity of the discomfort that's being
Mm-hmm.
experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
indeedy.
So,
Yes, indeedy.
which can also still take you even further in your process and keep you focused in on the things that you do have and what is working for you, what you would like to see happen,
Mm-hmm.
which then helps to clear up what may have been unclear, um, and set you on the path. It can help to shift that mindset that you were talking about, right? So, yeah, mindset that you had at 20 is not the same mindset that you have now. Oh, goodness gracious. I hope
Mm-hmm.
that's for
I
everybody.
get ready to say, I hope. I hope.
If you over 20 and you over in 30, 40, 50 land, please, 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 please,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I hope that the mindset to shift,
Mm-hmm.
as well as habits to shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which then affects the relationships that you have. And it's not just romantic relationships,
Right.
it's
No.
platonic relationships, it's work relationships. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a piece that we often overlook, this idea of
Mm-hmm.
that we
Mm-hmm.
have relationships, we are in relation with the people who we are working with.
Right.
We are in relation with the people who we are in class with,
Right.
Yeah.
right? We are in relation with the people who we are with anytime we are outside of our own domain.
Right.
And so how we think, how we act or not act, then affects those relationships.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's important that we do our own internal work. So if there is something that is unhealed,
Mm.
that we become aware of it
Mm-hmm.
and that we can address it.
Mm-hmm.
That we can address it. This
Absolutely.
part is part of that process of
Mm-hmm.
being able to grow and move into the thing that scares you half to death.
Right. Which is change.
I think
That's,
for me, it's the unknown. That's what
Mm,
scares me. 'Cause when I don't know what to follow, that's where my fear sets in. If I don't know the outcome, that's when my fear sets in. So I always think about that quote. Now, what if I fall? And then it's like, well, honey, what if you fly? So
mm-hmm.
you got to be able to take that risk, because you're always going to fall if you never take the risk. Everything
Mm-hmm.
is a failure. But when you jump out there and like, you know what now? Like, oh wait, I got wings. Oh hey, I'm soaring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So things can change. But again, that's still scary too.
Yeah.
So
I think also when fear comes into play, just look at how far you've come, right?
yes.
You had to have traveled some roads that were unfamiliar to get to where you are. And you were fearful then, right? And so now with the maturity and the value system change, you can say to yourself, okay, well, I've done this and I was fearful. So I'm going to go, step out on faith and do it again
mm,
and see where it gets me, right?
mm,
Um, but growth is necessary,
Mm.
or you're just going to be stagnated. And nobody wants to be, at least I don't want to be stagnated.
mm.
I want to still be able to fit in different environments and be a part of different conversations because I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone and learn something or do something different than I've done before.
Wow. I like that, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. It's time to stop waiting, y'all. Stop
Yeah,
waiting.
it is.
And it's time to get moving. You feel that nudge. Have you ever felt the nudge?
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling this thing, this to
Pressure on
to
my
to
back.
move, to go. I feel the pressure. And
Like, who
like,
is
nah,
pushing me?
like
Right.
back up.
Like, get out of my space.
Back
Twin,
up.
move back.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
wait, hold on, just give me a
Yeah.
second.
Right.
That's usually
Let me
me.
think about it.
Because it's pushing you forward. You'd be like, but wait a minute. Hold on. But then once you start moving, like, okay. All right. I
Yeah.
got this. Let go. I got it now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But sometimes you do need that extra push.
Yeah.
And like when I'm having those days where I'm like, oh no, I can't. I call on you all. Like, hey y'all, I
Same
need some
here.
help. And it's like, oh, come on. So I
Yeah.
get 3 nudges in my back pushing me forward. Oh, we can't stop now. You got to keep going. Like,
Right.
oh.
Yeah. Same here. Same here.
But that's important though, because if I stay in that mindset of I don't want to change, like you said, I'm not going to grow. And those habits that are not healthy continue to develop.
Yeah.
So can I switch it to a healthier habit or what can I do? So that change is necessary, because if we're talking about bettering ourselves, what do we need to do? We gotta change our habits. We have to change our routines. We have to change our mindsets. And sometimes we got to get rid of people and change relationships.
That part. You got to change your community and your tribes.
Amen.
Ooh.
So
I got chills off of that one.
Right.
So our key points tonight is answer the call when you feel the nudge.
Yes.
Right? Do it scared.
Mm-hmm.
Trust that you're ready enough. Right? That you're ready enough. Take the aligned risk. Know that there's discomfort that will be present, but understand that it's intentional discomfort because you're jumping out there and taking that risk. Ensuring that you've done your internal work. If you haven't done it, it's okay. It's never too late to start, right?
Right.
Is there a mindset shift that needs to occur? Do I need to tighten up on the relationship, not just with others, but the relationship that I have with myself?
Yes.
Yes.
How are you talking to you, right? How are you in relation with you? How are you engaging with you? Because that then affects how you engage with others. Do I need to tighten that up? Right? And then this last thing, in what Latrice had alluded to earlier, was looking at the journey, honoring the journey, right? Appreciating the journey. I'll let that leave that out there for you all.
Ooh, let a marination.
When you are on whatever challenging situation that you're in, there's beauty in it, because everything happens for a reason. So it's all, there's a beauty in it, and you got to find it. Okay, small example. It's springtime. I'm about to put out my petunias, which I love doing. And with the petunias come mosquitoes. You know, I got to treat my lawn and the mosquitoes in the backyard and doing all of this stuff. But I'm so focused on the petunias and what it's going to look like at the end that I'm not even worried about the little mosquitoes and the gnats and the unnecessariness. So we can call it the pest, the jealousy, the craziness, what is she doing? You know, why is she doing that like that? I'm not even focused on you. I am focused on how my petunias are going to look. And truth be told, the mosquitoes are very happy with how the petunias are going to look. They want to know about it too. You know, so you just have to, because they can't wait. They're like, oh yeah, I got, or the bees or the whatever. I got something to, you know, get into now, you know. So you if you're focused on what you are doing and enjoying the ride, enjoying the moment, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
It is.
So I was listening to Trees. I'm like, look, I'm on a journey, and I'm like, oh, you're finding the joy in the journey.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, oh, well, like she said, instead of kind of focusing on the negative or the uncomfortable, you can find the things that are really setting you forward and keeping you going, because you're finding that joy.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Me too. It's like when I turned 60, I was some people are afraid or fearful of as they're aging. I am embracing it because there's so many people who haven't made it to this point. So when I turned 60, I was like, wow, look behind you. Look at what you've done.
Mm.
And you have still so much to do. And that's the excitement for me. That's the part that's keeping me in the game. Because it's like, I want to do so much more before I leave here. So that's my focus.
Yeah.
And that's my humility and my gratitude. And, that's my stability. That's helping me put, 10 toes deep, as they say.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I think too, keeping in mind that you can adjust as you go, right?
Mhm.
So even if you stumble, you take a couple steps back, you can make the adjustments as you go. Because even those stumbles, the stumbling back is information.
Mhm.
It's information for you to be able to take along the way as you continue and just course correct as you need to, right?
Exactly.
The key point in this is to move.
Right.
Keep moving.
That's right.
Keep
To move.
moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At
That's
the end
right.
of the day, whatever it is and however it interferes or it assists, you want to keep moving.
Absolutely.
Ensure that you keep moving.
And
Okay?
reflect on what's needed to happen to move. Like, okay, so
Exactly.
what could I do next time to get further along? Or
Mhm.
I kind of hit a wall there. So now what do I do?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Check your toolkit. See what
Yeah.
needs to be
Yeah.
refreshed.
And take gratitude in what you have
Yes.
in that moment.
Absolutely.
The sun shining. Okay, that's the sun is shining. It's raining. Oh my goodness, we needed rain. We so needed rain. It's cloudy. I'm glad it's cloudy today because whatever it is, take gratitude in what steps you're at right now. Like
Right.
Sean said, look how far you've come.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to bring this to a close.
Yeah.
Look at how far you have come,
Yes.
and there's nothing but limitlessness in front of you.
Oh, I
Right?
love the words that you are bringing forth.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah. So we want to say thank you to you all for coming
Thank
in
you.
tonight. We saw you folks that came in. We appreciate you for taking the time to come and listen. For those of you who are going to be listening to the replay, know that we appreciate you and we feel your presence and your cheer to keep this thing moving and going. So we're just excited to be back in the place.
Yes.
So please, whatever you do before you click off of here, like,
Subscribe.
subscribe, and hit that little bell,
Hit
that
that button.
notification, so you will
That
always
notification.
know when we are coming on the scene. Hope you have
Yes.
a great night,
Yes.
and we will catch you on the flip side.
Bye,
Hi.
everyone.
Thank you for
Have
joining
a
us.
good night.
Enjoy the journey.
Yes.